my fellow Americans, and Booper stars. It is me, Toby, and I am here to celebrate with you our nation's birthday. So many amazing things have happened in our nation's history, things that our founding fathers could only have dreamed of. And then there's Paula Deen. I am here, however, to celebrate the good, the amazing, and the things I'm obsessed with, which right now are political thriller television shows, Scandal on ABC, and House of Cards on Netflix. We have nothing to fear but fear itself and cancellation of these shows because they are amazing. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you got to love them. Both of these shows are similar because of many things, one of which is the world in which they're set. They're both set in the world of DC politics. House of Cards is a Netflix original series. It stars Kevin Spacey as Frank Underwood. He's a South Carolina representative in the House of Representatives. He's actually the House Majority Whip. He's passed over for Secretary of State with the new president and decides he's going to get revenge on everybody who's gone against him. The number of people that are involved in his exacting revenge, the zigs and zags he has to do, that's the House of Cards, which seems like it could fall apart at any moment, but keeps getting stacked higher and higher and higher. Amazing. Kevin Spacey is genius in this. From the very first scene where he is petting and taking care of a dog that's just been hit by a car, and he just looks at the camera and starts talking to the audience, you realize it's a different kind of show. And throughout the show, he has constant asides to the audience, including you in his thought process, and then also letting you know when he really was doing what he thought and when he was faking. It is an amazing, amazing show, and I'm excited for more episodes.
Welcome to Washington.
Scandal is a show by Shonda Rhimes, who is the showrunner and creator of Grey's Anatomy, Private Practice. She's, of course, so great at mixing workplace drama with soap opera, and she does it here and actually puts it again in the world of DC politics. The cast is led by Kerry Washington, an amazing black female lead character in primetime drama who might be the only one. She is a fixer in DC. She fixes problems, she makes them go away, or she makes sure that the person knows how to deal with them and minimize political fallout. She is experienced with this because she was the White House press secretary and also helped the president with his campaign. Again, we have a new president in office. The scandal? Well, there's many. But one is that she also was the president's mistress for a few years. So that comes into play a bunch. Their relationship is so interesting. And she's trying to pull away, but she's still drawn to him, and there's a lot that goes on there. The difference between the two shows, one of the main differences is who else is featured. In House of Cards, his wife is featured, played by the amazing and gorgeous Robin Wright, and she's leader of a nonprofit. And then his staff, journalists are heavily featured, and other politicians. In Scandal, the main additional people that are featured are the First Lady, played by Bellamy Young, who some people might know from The Life. She's the Easy Money People magazine character. And also Olivia Pope's, Kerry Washington, her team of people that work with her. Investigators, some lawyers, and everyone with some sort of shady past or something that she rescued them from. So she's assembled this team of people who are extremely loyal to her. Many of whom have very weird criminal, spy, we don't know, backgrounds. It makes for interesting, more soap opera-ish television than House of Cards. Both of these shows are amazing for similar reasons. The writing on them is just phenomenal. The storylines are great. And some of them are pulled from the headlines, but then they, of course, go a step beyond, in terms of the sex that's shown. The House of Cards, I think, is more realistic than Scandal, but who knows? And also, murder and death play a part in both series, which I don't know how much that really happens in the world of politics in DC, but I wouldn't doubt it. Both shows also feature strong, amazing female characters. Kevin Spacey's wife, like I said, played by Robin Wright, is just stunning. She is great, and just so, you always want to know what she's up to, you can never tell. They have an interesting relationship. She's fine with her husband having a mistress, and she's just so complex, and there's so much more to learn about her, and she's very exciting. Very Lady Macbeth, she's been called. And then, of course, on Scandal, we have Olivia Pope, played by Kerry Washington. One of the main similarities between her and Robin Wright is they are dressed down. Their costumes are fierce. And they both look just amazing. Kerry Washington is great. She also has a ton of emotions. She wears more of them in the open than, for example, Robin Wright. But the other main amazing character is the First Lady, who, like Robin Wright, is aware of her husband's philandering and sort of goes with it. Another great thing is that both shows feature new white male presidents, but with interesting chiefs of staff. The chief of staff in House of Cards is a Latino woman, and the chief of staff on Scandal is a gay man. So they've gone from what we have, which is a black president, to a white president that the country normally has, but then changed up the people who are at his right hand. These shows are smart. These shows are exciting. You always want to know what's going to happen in the next episode. The shows are well acted. The shows are well written. I strongly, strongly encourage you to check them out. I binge-watched all of House of Cards and immediately went to Scandal, and they are really so similar. Like I said, Scandal is more soap opera-ish than House of Cards, but they both are just television that you really get into and don't feel dumb watching. And so, my Booper Stars, as we celebrate our nation's birthday, please realize your civic duty. Ask not what television can do for you, but what you can do for television. And that is, keep great political thriller shows like House of Cards and Scandal alive by watching them. You can binge watch them. I want to thank the people who created them and the people who work on them. And I'd like to thank the Supreme Court of the United States for its recent decisions regarding DOMA and Prop 8. Supreme Court, the House of Cards and Scandal people, just know, God bless you. God bless my Booper Stars, and God bless the United States of America. And all y'all know, I am obsessed.